As if your phone's ringing.
Right, do it again.
Why'd you laugh?
Okay.
Just do it.
I will. Hello. Welcome back to the Did You Mean to Say That podcast, the podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Bobby.
And I'm your co-host, Erin.
We, first of all, want to say thank you to everyone that watched our first episode.
We are getting such good feedback. I am so, touched. I'm really touched.
I'm really touched, too. People, just like a bunch of our friends have been reaching out saying they thought it was so funny. People all over the world.
We got 13 subscribers, which I know is, nothing. But on a brand new YouTube channel in the year 2023, to get 13 subscribers in less than 24 hours, I'm very pleased with that.
I have 27 subscribers on my main channel, and I've been doing it for years.
I have 67. My first vlog got over 800 views.
That's crazy.
I know, and it sucked, and I deleted it.
You deleted it?
Of course, it was horrible, and we don't need to talk about that. So we're feeling a little... what's the word? We're just, not sure. Well, we got too high again.
No,
and that's contributing.
I think last week I came in so passionate about the topic. And
you were just dead wrong.
And I was dead wrong about how it would go. And also, I don't have something, as juicy this week.
I think, I'm more excited because we keep doing this thing where we almost talk about something or we don't tell each other something and we're save it for the pod.
Yeah, that's true. So we have a few things
to
get
I need to know exactly what happened. I need to know the aftermath of our first episode for you specifically.
Okay, let's get into it.
Is that what we're just going to get right into? Yeah, let's just get it out of the way.
Let's just get it out of the way.
The two people that were mentioned in the last podcast are just, they're in your life in some way or another still. Mm-hmm. And they both watched it?
No.
Didn't watch it.
Did not.
Did you tell to never watch it?
I am never bringing it up again because he doesn't have social media like that. So I'm hoping he never...
Maybe he just forgets.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, wait, I forgot.
I know. First of all, I apologized to him.
Cool.
And I was like, hey, I'm sorry for
Thank God.
overreacting.
If he ever watches this, he's going to love me.
Yeah, he's going to love you for sure. No, I apologize for just blowing it out of proportion of him blowing me off for his friends. Again,
which I don't even think you should categorize it as that.
No, not blowing me off, but you guys remember.
Him just double booking you on accident. We decided that that's fine to do.
Yeah. So then we filmed the podcast and I was really shook by it, to be honest. I genuinely thought that I was had validation in my stance, and I'm so glad that that's why we're doing this, because I didn't mean to say that.
I know.
But I'm glad I did. But no, I just self-reflected a lot, and I was okay, I actually really like this guy, and I love myself, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where this guy has control over my emotions or my self-worth,
anxiety,
everything. Stuff like that. So we went out one night and we were at Birdcage, and we stepped outside, and we were
sorry, I'm so high.
And he said something about the podcast, and I was oh yeah, I brought up the situation and how I was mad, and my friends were you're crazy,
bitch.
And he was just laughing, and then so I apologized again in person, and I was yeah, I just have a tendency to do that, and I'm gonna try to work on myself, and basically just explain the whole thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't love if he watched it, but he knows the vibes.
Actually, I do want him to watch it. It's really good.
Maybe one day he will. And he was I get it, and I like you, and let's just take things slow, and you should work on yourself vibes, and didn't really say too much.
Yeah.
But I could tell he was
receptive,
listening to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I genuinely have been well, first of all, I'm trying
cooling your jets, if you will.
Cooling my jets,
yeah.
if I will, and I have been. We've hung out a couple times since then, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We went out last night, and it just seems way more casual now in my head.
Cool.
So I'm trying to keep that, but he's so cute.
So we were texting the other night. Okay, I said, I'm editing this podcast, and I'm watching again him in real time come to this realization that's crazy.
That's kind of a crazy video to have of myself.
I know, it's like kind of awesome though. Like,
It is.
It's really an
no,
archive of like
I really
how much
have
you've
felt
grown.
like so much better since then.
I know, that's
like it was
crazy.
embarrassing
Like, we had a
and
breakthrough moment.
it was a breakthrough.
Sometimes all it takes is
it's
to
a little
be in
public
the public
shaming.
eye. So I said, you're literally in this podcast acting like 11:27 p.m. is so disgustingly late, and how dare you call you at that hour. Also saying he's being so dismissive while reading out the most normal, nice text messages ever of him validating your feelings and apologizing like this poor guy. And then I said, although every time I say this lately about guys my friends are dating, when my friends are being crazy, the guys end up being fucking insane too.
Well, that's the thing. You never know.
Exactly. And then you said, he has so many red flags, LMAO, but so do I.
And you were like,
And
okay.
I said, a million wrongs don't make a good relationship. And just because you have red flags doesn't mean you should greenlight his. All I want to know is, what are the red flags?
Snapchat.
Yeah.
And him calling himself a fuckboy.
Yeah. I thought something was happening that night that you were going to like tell me about that you were saving for the pod. I've been waiting for it.
His ex-boyfriend is staying with him this weekend.
Well, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I forgot. Okay. He and his ex-boyfriend broke up. His ex-boyfriend moved, but it's his apartment technically, but still lives in it, and he's moving out at the end of this month. 'Cause, the lease is up. So, I don't know. Anyway, so he's been living there alone, and he told me he broke up with this guy because they just weren't like compatible. Like, they weren't like sexually attracted to each other. They had different interests.
Oh, okay.
And broke up with him, but they're still like friends. But of course, like, my crazy mind, I'm like, well, if my ex was staying with me, like, we would obviously fuck. None of my exes would literally ever stay with me.
I'm like, which one? I can't even, like, Michael, if he came to Cincinnati and he wanted to stay with you, like...
Yeah, I guess.
Would you fuck? Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely we would. We, like, need to get back together.
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I'm glad... Like, I think it's a green flag that he told me.
Yeah. I also just, like...
But also, like, they probably just will fuck. So...
And maybe they will. And whatever. You guys have been talking for 3 weeks.
Exactly. So I'm just going to have to swallow that pill.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was going to say is, like, it's kind of a red flag just because I've been... Sorry, I have not been. I'm so sorry. My friends have been in so many situations where they're, like, talking to a guy who, like... their girlfriend still lives with them, or they still live in her house, or they are on a lease together. Like, I just know so many people. And, like, I get it. That happens. Like, you sign a lease and then you fucking break up and you can't afford to move. Neither one of you. So you have to keep living together. And it sucks. But a lot of people in that situation aren't lying or just, like...
They still have a weird...
Of course. And how could you not? Like,
right, exactly.
And, like, if I lived with my ex, if me and Phil's broke up and we were just living here... There would be emotions, there would be feelings, there would be fucking, there would be all types
exactly.
of shit. Like,
so that's what I'm saying, but I'm not going to bring it up to him or ask. So there's that.
Yeah.
Because we're not exclusive.
Yeah. The other thing that we need to get into, updates as far as the aftermath of last week's episode coming out, is the other guy also the podcast.
Oh, yeah. And I was waiting for it, too. He texted me and said, LOL, the podcast, with, like, the smiling, like,
sweating, smiling emoji.
And I just sent this emoji, or this gif.
Yeah, of Jim from The Office.
He said, it's all good. I'm still sorry for all the shit I put you through. I said, you don't have to be sorry. Sorry for airing out your business on the internet. I was worried about you watching it, but hopefully you weren't offended. I'm so cool. I'm so cool with you, and it's totally fine. I knew what I was doing. He said, totally not offended. It was a great story and totally true. If you ever need me as a guest to explain myself, let me know.
Bobby told me earlier that he said that, and I said, ha, ha, ha. We don't.
We get it.
We get it. I really like him. It's just not a good situation for you. Like,
I'm so over it.
Yeah.
Also.
You're just, like...
I'm in a better place. I'm getting another wake.
Violently monogamous. I love this.
Isn't it good? Cheers. So that was that, but he's not offended, and he has no reason to be offended anyway, so.
I knew, though, like, any normal person, and this was kind of like a gauge for me, like, if he thought that shit was so fucking weird, or if he was able to, like, laugh it off and understand where you were coming from and have a with you about it. Both of them.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
knew was gonna be fine with it though. Like I just know his vibe. Like I knew he was gonna be like
They're his
exactly.
vibes.
They're his vibes, and he wasn't wrong. They are his vibes and not yours.
No, I agree. Like if you're gonna watch that and judge me, then like you're not the one for me anyway, babe.
Yeah, and I just knew like we said so many times in the last episode, like really didn't do anything wrong. Obviously, I had my qualms with like whatever, but like I get that that's a gray area, whatever. So like I really like him. I love his personality. He got along like so well with our friends. Like he was very similar to us.
I
like
fell asleep, but yeah.
he just like fit right in. You know what I mean? In like a friendly way.
In another universe, like
Yeah,
he's
totally.
in our friend group dating me.
Totally, or not. You know,
Or Tyler.
No.
I feel like he's not Tyler's type.
He's not. So I literally knew that like everything he said was gonna be like his exact response. Like, and I think that's great.
Yeah. I just don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
I know. I don't think we did. Like we were so nice to him. Like
For sure. But back to that, like if I was talking to someone for 3 weeks and they posted something like that and they were like that vulnerable, like, but it was about like liking me but needing to work on themselves, if I liked them, would be like, that's really cute and sweet, and also you need to work
For
on
sure.
yourself. But
Yeah.
like I'll be here for you.
And also like we're stars. Like it was so funny. It was so good. Like it's not just like you made a fucking vlog where you're like crying and pouring out your heart,
Totally.
just talking to the camera and being like, I don't know what to do about the guy not texting me back when he has.
Right.
So I just think that, and I think my main thing is like, we're taking this very seriously. Like, this is who you are. We've always wanted to like make content, do this type of shit. Like, someone you're talking to or dating or even friends with, like, should either get with that or get lost for real.
Yeah, that's absolutely
And that's
so
just
true.
like literally how I feel. Like, so you just
You gotta
have to be yourself and have to find someone who likes that
lets
too.
you shine.
Yeah, lets you shine.
And I like him.
Cool.
So yeah, we're good. We went to Longhorn. It was fucking fire.
I mean,
Corn
I
on the
kind of
cob.
like him too. Like, I haven't met him, which like we need to immediately because you've already met his friends.
I
now
met
we
two
need to
of
have our
them.
game night with
Yeah,
our
we-
friends.
we
We love
definitely do.
games. Bobby wins at everything.
And
It's
I
like
broke
a
the
whole other
shower.
thing. Oh my god, we didn't even tell that on the last episode.
Okay, real quick. So about a week into and I's now 3.5 week love affair.
Love affair.
He wanted me to come over one night to hang out with 2 of his friends, but I was going to a gig for work and I was going to be outside like hot and sweaty, and I was like, I'll need a shower, so like I'll have
Coming
to go
straight
home.
from there. Oh right.
And like I don't know if I want to shower there, but he was like, shower here, and I was like, I don't know.
And then he texted us
I
and was
sent
like,
them a
what do I
poll.
do? And we were all like, it's fine. Like, just fucking shower there.
Yeah.
Well, we were also
no,
like,
Mackenzie said she wouldn't.
yeah, she said both though. She was like, I mean, I don't know. It just depends.
Like
Not.
his friends weren't there, I literally wouldn't have thought twice. I would have been like, cool, like I'll shower there.
Yeah.
Because that'd be like hot. But
Yeah.
But it was not hot. But excuse me.
So all that, we're like having a full blown discussion about like
And I'm
whether
like,
or not to do that. He's like kind of freaking out about like, oh my god, like should I? Like I don't know. And I was just like, just shower there, babe. Like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna love it, and you guys are gonna have so much fun. And he showers there, and then
so I get there and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take a shower.
literally mentally
I'm
preparing.
turning his shower head, and it's like kind of like stuck. So I turn it harder. It cracked the glass of it.
I didn't realize how it happened. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So I turned it and it broke. I
It
like heard it
fully
shatter.
broke.
So like I'm holding it in my hand.
He starts texting us like, guys, I broke his shower, and we're like, what? And he's like, guys, I'm in the bathroom
Sent
right
them
now.
a-
I broke his shower.
a literal selfie of me like, hello, like I broke it. So I'm like absolutely mortified. I'm like, oh my god, this sucks. He rents an apartment though, so it's like literally fine, and he also still hasn't fixed it.
That's what I
so-
told you. I was like, one, that's probably happened before, although I didn't realize it just broke. Once you sent the picture, I was like, that's never happened before.
Right.
But I was like, Bobby, he literally rents. He needs to just tell his landlord it broke, and this landlord's gonna go to Home Depot and spend $14 and buy a new one and put it on. Like,
And he still hasn't.
and he
told
was
his
texting
landlord.
us like, should I offer him $100? And I'm like, nope, it doesn't cost that much. You should not give him $100. It's not even his. Like, it's gonna be fine. Anyway, it was just funny that like you were freaking out about whether or not you should take the shower. You finally decided you did, and then
I broke
broke the shower. Anywho,
Let's
how
move
did we
on.
get there?
The games.
Yeah, so we're gonna hang out with him and like, cool, we've said our piece, whatever. So those are the updates. Actually,
Yeah.
I have an update
Okay.
from the aftermath of our podcast. So we had like a viewing at my apartment. It was me, Bobby, Mackenzie, and Tay. Mackenzie was here when we filmed. So we had a little premiere and we watched it, and then Bobby leaves. And Taylor is my best friend. We've been best friends since we were 12. We've been through so much. Like, we've literally obviously grown up together, and then just like obviously so many things have happened in our lives. So, and this is kind of getting into like my toxic trait. I'm not gonna like
Let's
air her
do it.
shit out because she's like not here, so I'm just gonna like keep those details brief. But like, I'm gonna tell you my toxic
I
trait.
wish we could so bad. Tay, can you let us tell all of your shit online? Let me know.
We are gonna tell the one I know she's totally fine with it, because we have to explain the hello in our logo and why we do that at the beginning. Anyway, so he leaves and we're just like chatting about like the episode and whatever, and then she brings up this guy that she's seeing that like I don't particularly care for her. I've never met him. I don't know anything, like I don't know if I care for him or not, but just like for her. Again, I'm not gonna air her shit out, I'm not gonna air her business out, but like we have just had so many conversations very similar to the one you and I were having, which is why like that's what prompted this conversation.
Right.
She was just like, so what do we think I do similar to him? And then we kind of started getting into like, you know, the same type of shit that she does. It's different, but like
It's
similar
same
vibes
vibe.
of like we need some self-love and self-worth, and then like not care about, you know, whatever.
Exactly.
So we're talking about all that, and we end up like getting into just like a deep ass conversation. We're both crying. Well, she was like, crying during it, and then I like hugged her after and like cried. It was crazy. We literally had this like long ass talk crying, and then we all just like ate cupcakes at the kitchen island, and it was like such a good night.
God damn it.
And I was like, we're literally killing it as a friend group lately. Like we have been having like so many like empowering like moving talks, and
I know.
like just
and the crazy thing is, you guys
improving.
haven't even seen Barbie. Like, that is what changed me. But you guys haven't even seen it. You're just on the
I can't wait to see it. And I don't want to talk about, I literally begged everyone to go see it before I got my wisdom teeth out, because I knew that I would want snackies and popcorn like during it, and I didn't know how long it was going to be before I could do that. My wisdom teeth ended up I'm still sore. It's been 3.5 fucking weeks. Like, my wisdom teeth took me the fuck out. Who cares? Anyway, so how the fuck it's bad today. Like, the
I know.
ADHD is bad today.
I feel
have
like I'm starting to keep
literally
it together,
no
though,
idea
'cause
what
I'm
I'm
not
talking
talking.
about. Barbie.
Barbie.
I was like, begging
so
you guys
sorry.
to see it before my wisdom teeth came out, because I didn't know when I was going to be able to see it, and I literally still haven't seen it. So anyway, so my toxic trait, one of mine, is like, I feel so strongly about like the people my friends date, and like not even just dating. Like, I feel so strongly about the way that people treat my friends, which I think is an endearing quality, but also like it creates an environment where my friends feel like they can't talk to me about things. And I know that. And like that was kind of what me and Tay were talking about. She was like, I don't feel like comfortable talking to you about guys that like you don't like. And I'm
True.
like, yeah. But then we just had a really open conversation about like if Mackenzie wasn't here, like I don't think it would have been the same. Mackenzie was very much playing counselor. It was like awesome. But she was like, you know, I think you can be more accepting and like let people talk about things, but also Tay, like you have to be open to like her not liking it, or like you can talk about it, but you have to be open to receiving the feedback.
Yeah.
Like you have to be open to being told like this is a bad situation for you.
Yeah.
And that just is what it is. So I feel badly, like it's toxic to my friends, but it's also so toxic to myself, because I like take on your guys' shit. Like it, like I have hatred for this person. Like I'm angry, I'm hurt, I'm upset. Like I'm
Right.
like my emotions are involved, and I'm like fucking stressed while you guys are just like still frolicking with them and like fucking, and like you're getting all the benefits of it. Like, I mean, obviously it's
know
happening
that.
to you, but I'm saying like you're getting,
Like, you're not getting anything good out of it.
I'm
other
not
than,
getting
like,
dicked
stress.
down by this person who's fucking you over. Like, I'm not
Right.
getting anything. I'm not having fun. I'm not having any of the positivity that you're getting from it. I'm literally just getting, like, mad
Yeah.
and sick.
Yeah, well, you do need to work on that. We talked about
I
that on the
know.
beach also, like, kind of.
Oh my
about-
God, we've been talking about it for years, because I can't
Yeah.
do anything about it. But
You
I
can.
am, like, I am working on it. I genuinely need like help though. Like I have literally no idea how to like. I don't know what the solution is. Like just stop giving a fuck or just like who cares?
I think it's a good balance. Like I think it's really good that you care so much, and like we do need to hear a lot of the things you have to say. I think it's kind of how you approach it sometimes. Like it's like
I'm such a fucking bitch.
Yeah, so like it'll come across as like talking down on us sometimes, which I know. Like the thing with I specifically was just like I don't have time to hear it, and like I already know that this is so far gone of being a dumb bitch. Like it's just like what else is to say? So I was just like whatever. But I mean, I would say like work on how it affects you for your sake, so it doesn't like actually stress you out. Where it's like you can give genuine advice, but if like then I go fuck that guy that night, you can at least like sleep at night.
I can't.
Right.
It's the thing.
That's what I'm saying, and you need to get there. But at the same time, like you could work on like your approach with your friends and being a little more like, I don't know, not coddling, but like.
I don't have to coddle, but I could be less of a bitch.
Yeah.
For sure. I can't. I mean, I can. I'm just saying, like, currently, present day, right now, like, I don't know how. And I need to work on that. And
I think it's also good
I think
that
if
you're
I get to
talking
the
to your
root
friends
of,
about
like, why it would make me so angry, then I just wouldn't be angry, so then I wouldn't be a bitch. Like,
no, absolutely. And it is frustrating, though, to see your friends. Like, I'm, like, pissed at for everything, and, like, it's hurt.
It's unbearable.
Yeah, that's a whole other
And,
thing.
I mean, eventually you have to let go and let God for yourself. And, like, I think Taylor and I have really struggled because she feels like if I have to, like, take a step back from a situation because, like, similarly to how you have with what's her name?
Right.
She sees that as, like, me being a bad friend, like, me not being there for her. And I'm like, I can't keep enabling you. And, like, you know how I am. Like, I had to set a boundary on myself. And honestly, taught me this with one of her friends. She was like, I give you 3 times to talk about a situation that you're not doing anything to change. And then that's my boundary.
Her.
Like, I'm done. And because I was talking to her about this like 4 years ago. Like, that's how bad this is for me. And she was like, I have a friend like that. She just like, she doesn't respect herself. Like, whatever. It's really hard to see your friends go through that.
I want to know
especially
who it was so
when
bad.
like, especially when you love them so much, you see their worth, and you wish you could just fucking shake them and be like, you are the coolest, funniest, most beautiful person I've ever met. Like, why would anyone not want to be with you? They would be fucking insane. Like, it's infuriating. And it's all from love. I'm going to cry.
You wouldn't wonder why you're here.
I don't.
They don't deserve you.
Everything I Wanted is my favorite Billie Eilish song. Literally sob every time it comes on because I love my friends so fucking much. And that's how I feel about them. That's my song to all of them. I'm crying right now even thinking about the song. Like, I
wish
cry
we could play
every
the full
time
thing.
But I had to like set that boundary and be like, and I used to like, that's why we would fight, because I would let it go on for so long. Like, I would hear about it for so long. I would be in the shit with you. I'd be crying with you. I'd be doing this with you over and over again for multiple years with the same guy, and you're not doing anything about it.
Yeah.
And I had to really like, I had to be okay with the fact that some people are going to think that me taking a step back is being a bad friend or not being supportive or not being there for them. I had to be okay with the fact that sometimes when I can't talk about it anymore, like, I have to deal with the repercussions of how that makes people feel. And I do think there's a balance, and I maybe went too far the other way, where I was like, it's one and done. Like,
Yeah.
he fucks up once, and if you ever talk to him again, I can never talk about this again. Hi, baby. You want to be on the podcast? So, yeah, it really is about the balance, and I will talk about it in therapy. I have talked about it in therapy, and, like, I think it's nice to have, like, an open dialogue
Yeah.
with, like, my friends about it.
Yeah.
And I am working on it, but I would say that's, like, one of my more toxic traits, at least in, like, my friendships.
Yeah. Cheers. I literally finished this.
I mean, do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, I'm like one of your best friends, so like I obviously like know exactly what you're talking about, and like have felt not like scared of you to like I can't tell her anything, but like I'll definitely water things down so it's not as like why would you say that type thing, because like but it's I'm very defensive.
Yeah.
But like the other night, like I was like feeling embarrassed when we were filming the first episode, and not like embarrassed like you guys are gonna judge me, but like I don't know, just kind of like feeling defensive. And then when I like watched it a million times again and thought about it, like how I felt, and like you guys were all agreeing like blah blah blah, I was like, well, that's a good like you know, like, you need your friends to put things in perspective for you. So, like, I don't want to, like, hide things from my friends. And
you can't, and it just sucks. And, like, I get it. Like, I mean, mine's a little more extreme because I was in an abusive relationship. Like, I totally know, like, I can't talk about this anymore. I can't fucking tell people how stupid I'm being right now. Like, I know I'm being fucking stupid. And, like, that's so hard because, like, you do need to tell your friends that shit because you do need to hear them be like, bitch, what the fuck? Like, you have to have that in your life. Like, you have to hold yourself accountable.
And it's hard to hear, too. So it's like...
And I can't remember if I said this on the last one, but I've told you so many times about my interpersonal communications teacher who told us that, like, the reason you have friends is to make sure you're not crazy. Mm-hmm. Because you just do need someone to, like, bounce ideas off of. Or
even with, like, I'm just thinking of, like, my apartment. Like, people would be like, oh, you need to, like, clean your toilet, or, like, you need to do this. Like, things
and if you never had anyone over, like, nothing would matter.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to live in filth, but, like, you could if you needed to.
Yeah, but just, like, little things that, like, not that I'm, like, disgusting, but, you know,
You're
like,
literally not.
I don't
you
know.
literally need human interaction to, like, keep yourself in check. Mm-hmm. Like, you just do, and, like, that's what friends are for. And that's why on the last episode, or, like, after, I don't know if it was on or off camera, but I was like, you need to keep talking about this with us. Like, you sometimes maybe probably need to read text messages to us just to make sure that, like, you're not being crazy, or, like, is what he's saying a red flag, or is what he's saying completely normal? Like, are you in the wrong? Like, and I think, like...
But sometimes when I bring something up that I think is a thing, you'll be like, why would you even, like, think that? Like, why?
Oh, I know.
You know?
I could be so much softer, and I know that, but, like...
Yeah, but I also, like, know you, so I know, like, it's not, like, personal. Like, you're not, like, saying, like, fuck you, Bobby.
For sure.
It's just, like,
I just,
the way
like,
you
need
talk.
to work on it. And it is the way I talk, which, like, I have... This is so toxic as well, but, like, I want to fix myself because I want to be better, but I don't want to fix myself too much that I'm, like, I don't have a personality anymore. Like, I love my personality. I think I'm so funny.
No, absolutely.
Like, I think being a bitch and hating all my friends' boyfriends is, like, so ingrained in my DNA. And it's, like, that's my bit.
Keep the cunt, but, like, you know, like, you can still have, like, a very, like, bitchy, sly, sarcastic sense of humor, but not be, like, bitchy. But I don't think you're, like, a bitch. So, like,
I am, and that's fine.
I think you have a bitchy demeanor, but, like, if people that know you're not, like, a mean person.
Oh, my God, no.
Like, not at all.
And, like, me and Mackenzie say all the time, like, and you all know, like, I'm not doing it because I'm, like, disgusted by you or because I have hate in my heart. Like, it's literally because I love you so fucking much that I'm pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
unless she does hate you, then watch your fucking back.
I only hate one person.
I have to pee so bad.
Go piss, girl. I hate her so much. Let's smoke the rest of the joint then.
I can't wait.
I literally have no idea where we left off before you had to pee.
We were talking about all the you shit, and I don't think we really segued from there.
Yeah, I just think, like, I'm gonna get help.
Me too.
And so are you.
Welcome to Did You Mean to Say That?
I did mean
Erin,
to say that.
I'm glad you meant to say that.
I meant to say
We're
that.
going to be more open and honest.
Yeah.
Especially for our podcast.
I feel like we are so self-reflective and introspective already, but you don't normally, like, self-reflect in front of someone.
For sure.
And I think that that's, like, really fun.
I think it's sexy.
Yeah, love it.
I have a topic.
So what's your next topic? And if you're new here, if this is your first time, we don't tell each other what our topics we have written down beforehand, and then we just...
Since in our podcast we brought up Olivia's song coming out.
Of course, it's on my list.
We listened at the same time and we were texting, and I said, loving this, and she said, hating it. And
I hated it so much, and I wanted to try to figure out what to compare it to before we talked about it, and I couldn't find anything.
to me, it's giving, like, just one of those, like, Euro pop punk girl groups, like, from the 90s,
Yeah.
like, almost No Doubt, but more, like, poppy, like, up-tempo.
More
Like, Tattoo.
punky, like, just, like, the fact that she doesn't sing. Like, that was such, like, a trope. Is that the right word?
Oh, yeah.
Like, just
that's a good point.
in, like, the 90s, 2000s, like, the punky girl groups would just, like, that's why I was saying
Kind of
it.
chant the lyrics.
I was like, it
and
just
do...
sounds like she's trying to be fill in the blank, and I couldn't fill in the blank because I couldn't think of anything. So I hated it at first. And I was really grappling with that. I was like, fuck, like, this, I've never not liked one of her songs, like.
But also a lot of your specific favorite artists, like, have their own unique sound. But, like, not many artists, like, don't pull influence, like, super heavy.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know.
It wasn't really about that. It just seemed like a cheap version of it. But now I don't think that. I think it just fucking rocks my face off.
Yeah,
I had to try really hard to like it, and he was like, just watch the video, and I watched the video.
The video's cute.
And now I love it, and I just love it. I just love it.
I cannot wait for the album.
I know, I really can't wait for the album. But I did want to touch on that as well because I did hate it.
Yeah.
And we did talk about it last week. But we're good now. And then Hannah Antello had the one who got the Taylor Swift codes, if you remember from last week.
Mm-hmm.
She also felt the same way. She texted me and Bobby in a group and was like, Erin, how'd you get yourself to like Bad Idea, right? And I was like, girl, a lot of hard work and dedication.
Yeah.
But now I love it, and so does she.
I just loved it. I just thought it was like fun.
You were a day one.
I was a day one. Olivia, watching.
One of my topics is to explain our name and explain hello. And I don't know if we should do it in this
Should we keep them
episode or not.
waiting? Should we have them guess where it comes from?
One thing about us is we're going to play 20 questions.
Yeah.
Anywhere, anytime, any
Guys,
place.
I love games so much. We all love games.
We love games.
If we're just like sitting at the pool, hanging out,
It's 20
And
questions.
it's gotten to the point for years that like literally in the middle of just anything, I can be like, it's a thing. And they'll be like, Target.
Yeah, that's
bread.
the thing is. And we've played it so much that it gets to the point where we're like, Target bread. And that means, can you buy it at Target? And is it smaller than a loaf of bread? And just right off the bat, like that's what we say.
I wish we could play right now. Should we?
And I just like genuinely don't have that many more topics.
I have a story.
Okay.
And I'm not going to put this place on blast. I'm not.
A plate.
Can I talk about it? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, they're not going to watch our fucking podcast.
So I was asked to do...
Well, let me back up.
Wait, let me back up.
You guys
actually.
don't even know. Bobby's a DJ.
I'm a DJ.
He's a successful DJ.
Everyone-
It's his job.
Yeah.
He's a professional DJ for a living.
Mm-hmm.
Part of a living.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Part of the living.
You also have a job.
I'm so poor, guys. I was asked to DJ a Taylor Swift night, and I was asked by a different DJ.
Really?
Because they asked him because he was like worked with them before.
Okay. Who was it?
He, they pronouns. Love them, him.
We do love them, him.
One of the sweetest people I've ever
Who's
met.
the one we don't like?
Well, we can't put it.
I won't.
We each get one thing we can cut out. And I just used mine.
You just used your get out of jail free card.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was...
DJing a Taylor Swift night. God, we are insufferable.
I was asked to DJ a Taylor Swift night, and I was so excited. And a week before,
This would be like your 8th one. We love Taylor Swift nights.
Yeah, we love Taylor Swift nights. Like, I got it in the bag.
And if you're not familiar, they quite literally play Taylor Swift all night at a bar, and Bobby DJs it, and we all wear costumes, and we all talk about Taylor Swift, and that's what it is.
Yeah, and it's lit.
It's the best
fucking
thing
lit,
ever.
bro. So I got asked to do one at somewhere I've never DJ'd before, and I was really excited. And I kind of asked for promotion and like to like promote it on my like Instagram and stuff, and should have just made our own.
I know. This is the second time that's happened where like
I'm just gonna start saying my team will handle some promotion.
But literally absolutely should like fake it till you make it. I love pretending I'm famous already. You're like an influencer
No,
already.
absolutely.
You're like pretending. Literally,
I literally
next
work in
time-
social media at iHeart. so-
Literally, just be like, you should just literally start pretending like me and Mackenzie are like your literal entourage. Like we come up to the DJ booth. I'm your manager. We're your PR team.
Like, what about it?
What about
Like,
it?
get the fuck out of
This
our
is my
face.
team.
Essentially, they replied a week before, so like last Friday, and they were like, "We haven't sold enough tickets, so we're gonna keep them on sale until 4 p.m. today."
And let you know.
So,
like, it might be
I'm
canceled
rallying
because like they literally didn't do a single piece of promotion.
Yeah, they posted it like
They
on
did,
Facebook
one thing.
once.
I didn't Facebook.
And then Instagram like that day, and I finally.
I just don't think they were like equipped for this or like prepared for it because it's really not.
And I'm not blaming the person that I was like communicating with there because she was really nice, and I love her,
obviously
but
shit happens. Like sometimes you plan an event and then like things get too busy and like you don't do some shit. It sucks to you because you lost out on money, but like shit happens. I just don't think like I love this place for what it is. Like I'm not a frequent flyer, but like it's cool, good food, whatever.
Yeah.
But as soon as you told me it, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I was like, that's such a weird location for a Taylor Swift party. Like, I can totally see that it would end up being cool. But the ones that we're so used to are, like, more leaning clubby, more leaning, like, bar. And this is more leaning, like, casual hangout restaurant.
Yeah.
I just don't think they were, like, ready for this.
They weren't ready for it. So then I'm rallying the troops. My mom's coming. My cousin's coming with some of her friends. They're, like, all buying tickets. Devin's
coming with his friends.
I
can't come. I'm out of town.
She's out of town.
Not happening, but I
and
couldn't come.
So then my cousin texts me. She's like, I think it's sold out. Like, my other friend's trying to buy tickets, and, like, it's not letting her. And I was like, wait, what? So I went to it, and it said, like, sales have stopped. So I knew it wasn't sold out because she texted me they haven't sold that many tickets.
And it was, like, 30 minutes ago.
So then she said, like, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. It's canceled. She said, I'm so sorry, Bobby. Due to low ticket sales, the event is unfortunately canceled. I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
And then what'd you say?
I said, I sent this text to my mom before I sent it.
So you know it's good.
Yeah.
It just feels like they act like they're going to handle it and then they don't, and then it's on you and it's like the day before and you have to like rally the troops.
Yeah, like
and
they didn't really
do. It sucks that they canceled it because like, yeah. But going forward,
we're just going to handle it.
We're going to handle it for real.
I said, thanks for letting me know. I'm a little confused what happened. When we spoke on the phone, we talked about me doing extra promo for it, and I wasn't tagged in anything and wasn't sure how to promote. When I found the link today, I sold 7 tickets in a couple of hours, and it was shut down before 4 p.m. I would have absolutely gotten more sales had they been on sale longer or had I known it was posted on Facebook. That's a huge chunk of money I'm now missing out on and half my rent. And I was very excited, so I'm admittedly a bit upset that it's canceled a week beforehand. I'm not placing blame on you, because love her. She actually was so nice. But this is pretty disappointing. I would love the chance to do it again and to help with some of the promotion if we can reschedule.
Yeah. And what happened?
Well, she obviously never replied.
I don't think that's obvious. I think that's insane.
Me?
No,
oh, of her.
Of her to not reply.
Yeah, she probably just is like, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But I would reply.
I would too. I'd be like, yeah,
she might be frustrated too, though. Like, maybe this was something she planned, she coordinated, and they dropped the ball. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, who knows? Or maybe she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't give a flying fuck.
Like, honestly, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Not a true Swiftie, I see. Erin just told the craziest text messages that we can't say.
I can't read them, but they were...
She used
I wish
her
I could because
get out
they
of jail
were so
free card.
funny.
Did you see the Keke Palmer thing?
The Usher thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Her.
I hated that situation online. Like, obviously everyone was being so annoying, but like, how dare you? Ew, he's just foul. My favorite thing is people pointing out how he kept saying like traditional values, and it was like, you're broke, you don't have a job, you guys have a child out of wedlock, like shut the fuck up.
Right.
You're so far from traditional values. And like, like people always say, like, if you want a traditional woman, then you need to be a traditional man. Like, how fucking dare you be like, I want a traditional woman with traditional values, and like, you don't do any of that shit.
Right.
Did you build our house?
The only traditional value I believe in is holding the door open for a woman, and I stand by that.
Aww.
But like, besides that, like, we all need to stop. And stop claiming it when you're not doing that. You're just slut shaming.
It's the hypocrisy.
If you went to an Usher concert and looked sexy and like Usher like pulled you on stage or whatever, like, can you imagine your boyfriend being
I guarantee my boyfriend wouldn't publicly humiliate me online. I can tell you that for a fucking fact.
Right.
Like, that's crazy. And also, just like normal people would be like, oh my God, that's so cool and funny.
I
like,
know.
If fucking Shakira wanted to literally suck my man's dick on stage, I would be like, go off, girl. Can I get a video?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, that's extreme. I mean that, but it's extreme. I
love that Shakira song with Karol G. And when I like something, I don't stop talking about it. And I like that song a lot.
I'm cutting everything we're talking about. I mean, I'm going to keep some of the Keke stuff. I didn't mean to, like, cut you off. I just meant, like, we just started
I don't remember what
rambling.
I was saying.
We are rambling.
Oh, yeah, we really are.
Bro.
We need a topic. And like,
I'm
talk about
obviously going to, like, just cut this so different. But, like we said, like, we're just kind of struggling today. Like, our first episode, like, we had so much to say. And now we've run out of topics.
Yeah.
Sometimes the podcast just trails off at the end. I don't know.
It's been trailing off the whole time.
Brooke Schofield responded to my fucking story.
Yes, she did.
I posted a
and
story.
Brooke, I'm sorry for mispronouncing your last name.
Yeah. I posted a clip of our last podcast of you saying, like, it already seems that I'm the Brooke Schofield and you're the Tana Mojo of this podcast. I posted it on my story. I tagged them and she responded. She must have thought, like, you were me and I was you in that clip. Because she responded and said, you are me and I am you. And I was like, oh, I'm not the Brooke. I'm the Tana.
Right.
Bobby's the Brooke. Love you. Can't wait to meet you. But that was so cool and so cute.
I love her.
She's so tapped. She's dialed in, if you will.
Remember when we sent Tana Mojo the insane one when we were on the steps of that party?
We got stuck at a Clifton, if you know, you know, house party. Mm-hmm. We're 28 and 26 years old, and we get stranded at a Clifton house party.
It was such a fun party,
with no ride, drunk, just crazy as fuck.
Oh, I was puking.
And Bobby's throwing up on the side of the house.
In
Like, I
the
can't think of
bushes.
anything more, like, college than, like, being literally stranded with no ride at a house party while your friend's throwing up on the side of the house. It was so fucking funny and just crazy.
And a great party. Was DJing, remember?
It was really fun.
It was so fun. Kelsey
So
was
apparently,
there.
I don't remember this, we are sitting on the stairs of this house party, literally like, this is so pathetic. Like, how did we get stuck at this party? How are we gonna leave? Like,
We couldn't get an Uber.
Ubers kept canceling. They were like $80, but they just literally kept canceling over and over and over again. No one could pick us up. We were both like, should we call our mom? Like, what do we do?
Where's my dad? I'm too small to be here.
So apparently, while we're sitting on the steps of this party stranded, we send this DM to Tana Mojo.
And it says, Tana, please help us. We're stuck at a party where I thought the DJ was going to be... Wait, I can't say this. And he's never going to watch this anyway.
He might,
He
but-
doesn't even live in town.
He doesn't?
No. But Tana, please help us. We're stuck at a party where I thought the DJ was going to be hot, but he's cutting out the song so weird and Ubers are $70 and keep canceling.
The funniest part about that is he is so fucking hot.
He's so hot.
He's so fucking hot. Like,
But then she just always leaves me on red after that.
I have sent Tana Mojo some crazy fucking DMs. Like, and that's the thing about me is, like, I'll respond to literally anyone. If I get a little coffee in me, especially, like, I don't care if they're never going to read it. I think it's so funny to reply to celebrities and comment on their shit as if, like, we're friends. Like,
No, same.
It's such a bit. Like, I'm just like, haha, yeah, that's
I
so
sent
funny.
Taylor Swift like hundreds of messages inviting her to Marie's wedding.
I didn't mean like that, but yeah, that's so funny. I just,
But I'll
like,
also be like, so true.
I'll literally like
bestie.
respond to Kim Kardashian and be like, yeah, I get it.
I feel the same way even about liking their pics because like they have
They're
like 8
never gonna
million.
see that.
Yeah.
But the other thing, even non-celebrities, like, one thing about me is I will reply to your story. I will like your story. I will react to your story. I will comment on your
Same.
pic. I will share your story on my story. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I will just chat with anyone, especially if I get a little
Absolutely.
coffee in me. I'll be like, people will be like, I'm having a tough day. I barely know them. I'm like, oh my God, you're going to get through this.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
I'm literally like so positive.
Mhm.
on
And I hate
Instagram.
when they like don't appreciate it or they're not giving the same like.
I don't even notice that. Once I send the thing, I forget and I black out.
Thank God.
Like, every time. I almost get, like, embarrassed later. I'm like,
No, same.
I
Like,
come down from my caffeine high or my regular high or whatever.
I'm like,
and
why
I'm
did
like,
I say
why did I
that?
message 6 people that I don't know earlier and strike up a conversation with them?
right? Like, why am I now in a book club and like. Like, what happened here?
I'll do anything too. I'll be like, yeah, that sounds fun.
Like, I wish you could block yourself on Instagram from DMing people. Like, or it'll say,
I
like,
don't,
are
'cause
you
it's
sure?
So funny. Did you mean to say that?
Did you mean to say that?
And thanks for watching episode 2.
Wait, I cannot sit like that. Oh my God.
I was totally kidding about that.
Thank God.
Okay.
This is fucked up.
I literally have such a headache thinking about editing this. Like, I want to die. So, I guess that's episode 2 of our fucking podcast. Like,
Unless we can quickly think of something else to say.
we can't. And I think we have plenty of...
You think we're good?
Yeah, I just think this episode's a little all over the place. And, like, I think that's relatable, too. You know? Some days you just kind of phone it in. And some days you need Adderall.
we had a great first episode, so I think we're like, it's like our sophomore album, you know? Like, we're not going to get in the sophomore slump.
It's so hard to follow
But
that up.
maybe we are.
I don't think we are at all. I like literally think this is really good.
So my friend's older sister's girlfriend drowned in a lake this weekend. And, no, it gets crazy. The girlfriend had a baby daddy. And he is now being accused of murder because apparently he threw the anchor at her when she, like, jumped in the lake. I just made all that up.
What?
I wanted something juicy to talk about.
Holy shit. That fucked me up because I was so close to laughing when you told me she drowned in a lake. And I was like, if we put this in the podcast, I can't laugh at that. That's insane. Thank God you made that up.
So no one drowned, guys.
But now I'm scared of you. Like, that was a crazy ass tale you just told her to spit.
I know. I was freestyling.
Freestyling a lie is crazy.
That's my next toxic trait.
Your next era is
my
just
next
lying.
Era, freestyle lying.
You lie to me sometimes, and I hate it.
Sometimes I lie.
I know, I hate it.
But like what?
I can't handle it.
But like what?
What do you mean what? You know you lie.
Yeah, I do, but like I need an example. Because it's never like anything like traumatizing.
It's never serious, which almost pisses me off more.
But it's not like I'm making things up. It's just like...
I just want to know why.
But like I need an
example.
example.
Why. I just want to know why.
Are you broken? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Seems like that might be the episode. We really appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, like thank you so much for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. We hope that you continue to, even if this episode ends up sucking.
I don't think we should paint that narrative.
I'm just kidding. It's literally not going to. We just were like a little zoned out or something. You know what I mean? Like,
we got into good stuff at the beginning, I feel like.
Yeah, and it'll be fine. So, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. Did you mean to say that? Like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow me on TikTok. Follow him on TikTok. Everything will be linked in the description. And follow us on Spotify.
And not Snapchat.
And not Snapchat. So that's that. Yeah, that's good. We're good.
Yeah,
That's
we're
done.
good. Bye, guys.
Bye.